good solid day, good Saturday. Got going, got more physical, getting toward the scrimmage a little bit. Guys, they're ready to play, but we're putting a lot of things in. Did goal line, did 2 minute, did a lot of blitz work, did a lot of, new stuff, new situations today, installing different looks, and very pleased. I thought, guys, on both sides made plays. It was one-sided win. It was a very competitive day. I like that. I think our execution on both sides has got to go up. It is new, but we got to understand how to play winning football. As long as effort doesn't always guarantee you win. You got to have it, but then you got to play the details, and that's what we got to keep polishing out. But I think we made progress. I was very pleased, especially with some of the new stuff. Is that we did it once or twice, 2, 3 times to start getting better and better, and some things that really help us on both sides of the ball. So very pleased with that. Questions? Questions?
You got a scrimmage coming up soon?
Yeah, hopefully Monday. Hopefully Monday we will. But it sounds like it's supposed to be a monsoon on Monday. So we'll have to judge and go by what we got to do. If tomorrow wasn't Easter, we would go out there on Sunday and try to beat it, but we're not going to do that on Easter Sunday. I promise you that.
How important that be for these quarterbacks the first time for a lot of these
I think it'd be very good. Well, I tell you what, we're doing a lot of situational scrimmage, some of the same things we're doing in practice, 1-on-1s, 2-on-2s, all that stuff in practice. So kind of getting a feel for how I think they'll do and what goes on. But still, as I say, you take the pacifier away. We know the coaches ain't out there and the things. You got to go out there and manage it yourself. If something bad happens, how you deal with it. Something good happens, how you deal with it. So from that. But there's a lot of other young guys out there I'm anxious to see too. But it'll be a big day for them.
Have the guys stayed pretty healthy for the most part?
Yeah, we have. We really have. I mean, you get a few nicks and knacks, but for the most part, we've been very healthy. Very healthy.
Talking about the new stuff that you've been installing, have you been able to do that at the pace, particularly on the defensive end, that you would normally be doing in the spring, or has there been a little more going back and rehashing some of
No, I ain't going back now. We've gotten more in. A lot more in with that. We've gotten a lot more in. As far as looks and coverages and blitzes. See, you can't, if you wait, there's not enough practices to wait. You got to throw it all in, see what sticks, then you go back over it and detail it after it's in, and then just keep rehashing it, they'll run it in the summers with their 7-on-7 stuff that they do, on their own. They'll mix it in, and then you got all 30 days. So you got to get it installed in now, at least they have to have some knowledge of it.
Coach, you got 2 young cornerbacks, PJ and Keelan, are getting a lot of reps out. How are they looking?
Very good. Keelan's still in a little nick with the groin that he'll have to have worked on after spring, but he'll be fine. But he's doing very well, very toughing through it. PJ, I've been very pleased. He keeps making progress every day. I think got a chance to be a really, really good player. Shows some toughness too, physical guy.
You guys any closer to something on DeMarcus from the NCAA?
You got me. Flip a coin.
Is it? How frustrating?
Those classes, it is frustrating because those classes have been used at other schools and been okay. Now all of a sudden they aren't. I don't know why. It was just one class anyway for one semester.
What would happen?
I have no that. Then they file an appeal and go through it. But I mean that's their prerogative. They can do whatever they want to do.
If the appeal didn't go through, what would happen?
Then it'd be a whole process. There's 2 or 3. It can become a appeal. I mean, there's all kinds of things. So we have to wait. I mean, I don't see why it won't, because they've been used at other. I mean, that school has used them with other guys before. So
is he able to do like weight room stuff? I mean, like other teams?
No, I mean he's got to be very limited in everything he does.
Have you talked to Marvin at all? Have you guys caught Marvin Bracey?
No, he's in the track. He's in all of our meetings and all that stuff every day, but not out here as much because of his legs and stuff. And it will hinder him greatly. It will hinder him greatly.
Does it look like he might get out here next week?
No, I doubt it.
And the week after?
Florida relays and all that. Yeah. So.
How's Kelvin Benjamin look? I mean,
solid. Okay.
He seemed like he started off pretty hot last year and kind of cooled off.
Like a lot of kids do. I mean, you got to learn to. You got your redshirt sophomore now. Get consistent, but he's doing some really good things. Made some really nice plays today, as a matter of fact. But just I've got to fight for consistency. You got to fight for consistency.
Do you look for a guy? Because Rodney was a bigger, taller guy. Are you kind of looking for a guy with that body type?
I mean, if you got them, it's great. If you don't, you play with the ones you got, and there's a lot of things you can do. So we're going to play the best guys that deserve to play and do out there. Not saying he's not one of them, but I mean, it's nice to have some of those big guys at times. But we got some other really good players that are playing very good out there.
Kenny Shaw, is he one of those guys?
No, he's playing really good. I think Denton Green are playing the best. I think Denton Green by far are playing the best. I think Christian Green's making a lot of progress. I see some nice things with Christian coming back and doing some really good things in there. So from that point.
What's kind of held him back previously?
Who's that?
Christian.
His knowledge, and you got to understand. I mean, how to be consistent. And that's still the thing they fight. I mean, how to run a slant, how, you know, because the leverage has changed. When blitzes come, when things come, I mean, that's whoever you are. I mean, whatever. You got to fight consistency.
But you've got a lot of those guys that have moved from quarterback in high school to wide receiver. Just
And that's what they don't understand is a big difference. Now, some adapt to it more quickly than others. I've had some great success with guys like that in the past in different areas. But I think I've been very pleased with Christian, and he's doing a good job right now.